Hello and welcome to Tech Ka Masala, Indica's technology video web show. I'm Aditya.
And I'm Abhishek.
So the festival season is coming up, Diwali followed with Christmas, and I'm sure you're going to need a lot of gift ideas. So what we are going to do is we are going to cover a few gadgets and tell you about how to go selecting for the people you want to buy for.
That's right.
So, we thought that the first one we should do is pick up the personal computers, and by personal computers we are talking about laptops now.
That's right.
Hardly anybody uses desktops.
Personal computers is boring now, but then before we even start into whether to buy an Acer or a Compaq or an HP or a Dell, my dear friend here who happens to be a huge Apple fan said, let's first discuss, we're going to discuss, right? So whether or not to buy a Windows machine, a Windows operating system or a Mac operating system. That's how it is. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And for me the argument, by the way, my dear friend, is redundant because, come on, I mean, all you guys out there who are in India right now, when was the last time you went to a cyber cafe and saw a Mac machine? When was the last time that you, as a student in your school or college probably, used Windows? Yeah? Used Mac, it's always Windows.
Yeah, but itihas bhi kabhi pehli baar. So, yes, but you know, my take on the whole thing is that if you're an average computer user, average personal computer user doing the daily stuff, I think the Mac is out of the box the easiest machine for an average user.
No, see, now I, as an average user, I don't do PHP, Java and all those things, right? Now what do? I click pictures on my cell phone, I transfer them on my com, I use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, I'm not a huge gamer. So what is it that a Mac brings? I mean, I'm not...
We'll never get to that.
Yeah. So, I mean, what is it that the Mac brings to the table?
And you obviously browse the net.
Yeah, I mean,
so here's the deal, right? Browsing the net. Let's pick up the most frequently done activity these days. Okay, browsing the net. I don't need to tell you that you are safer on a Mac than on a Windows.
True.
Alright?
Okay.
So, inherently, there are lesser viruses on the internet that affect the Macintosh.
That's right, because hackers don't spend the time in making viruses for the Mac, because you guys are what, 7%?
Yeah, 7%. But whatever the reasons are,
you are safer on the web.
Yeah, you are safer on the web. Yeah, then you said, the point that I got was taking photos and photo management, video management, you know,
video management. It's simple.
No, it's like keeping, easily finding videos, etc. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now, how do you actually take your photos and how do you, transfer them to your PC?
It's Bluetooth or USB. I mean, it's simple as it gets. Bluetooth लेके आओ, transfer करो.
नहीं, इतना simple नहीं रहता. You have to install the driver CD.
You have to install the driver CD of Nokia that you get along with your cell phone.
Yeah, but you don't always have the driver CD along with
you. You need to do that, otherwise it won't work. So I mean,
exactly. So what I'm trying to say is, you are on a vacation, you don't have access to the driver CD, you can't transfer the photos. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
No, but on the Mac, all the drivers are built in.
So if I'm using a Nokia or an LG or
anything, you might be using Samsung for all Apple cares. All the drivers are built in. All the digital drivers for digital cameras, the bada walas, are also built in. So just plug your USB in, and the iPhoto application recognizes your camera. You can transfer it on the fly like that, and do a lot more things, not just transfer. There's a nice nifty little button out there which says enhance.
Nifty GRE wordless.
So if you click on the enhance button, the photos just change,
No, I have to confess, I put my hand up.
Yeah, I showed it to you.
Yes, in Windows, if you have to do that, you have to open up Photoshop. It's a different story. You have to go and buy the licensed copy, and then Photoshop will take a minute and a half to open.
Yep.
So yes, agreed. Well, that's there. But another feature that Mac probably trumps over Windows is that little search function that you have to the extreme right, top right of the page. In Windows, if you have to search for a doc file, you go to Start, Accessories, Search.
Too many clicks.
Right?
Too many clicks.
Okay, please do the
It's just available on the top right hand side corner. It says Spotlight, that function is called. Just type in anything, any sort of document, Excel, Word, even if you type in a name, it shows the address book out there. So it just shows up out there.
Yes.
It's very simple.
4 letters you type in and you get that, boom, the file is there.
And we have to tell people that we are talking about Windows XP as an OS, okay?
Yes.
I know Vista has a feature like that, but Vista, as reports are suggesting, is not ready for the mainstream as yet. So hold off your buys on Vista as of now.
All of this after 5 years of development and
5 million beta testers, etc. Yes, but every operating system that comes out takes some time. So just use Vista.
What about gaming? I mean, I understand you guys are good, but then you can't recommend a Mac to a 17-year-old. And I think today the average person out there is a 17-year-old. So
Yeah.
it was NFS and Road Rash. These are simple games that Windows always supported.
Agreed. That's the only apprehension that I have. I don't want the kid to hate me later on. That's why I'm not recommending. If you're a serious gamer, if you love games, I don't think Mac right now is ready for you, because even for gaming you need good performance machine, good 1 MB, 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAMs, etc. And that is just way too expensive.
Now let me come to the bigger point here. He's talking about way too expensive. Now, I can buy a couple of Acers in the price that you can buy one.
The bottom level.
The bottom level, yeah. The configurations are the same, but then you need to shell out twice as much to get something that he owns.
Yes, but I get all the looks. I get all the looks wherever I go. I get all the looks. If you're a college student, you will get all the looks. If you're sitting in a coffee cafe day or a barista, you will get all the looks. Not your black machine, okay?
Yeah,
because everyone has one. This is unique.
That's what do you say? A big price to pay for vanity, but if you...
Yes, it is. Plus, I'm also worried about the support. Okay, because Mumbai, such a big city, okay, has only one authorized support center by Apple, which is sort of scary as opposed to your 10,000,
10 million problems.
10 million.
I just have to pick up my phone and say, call up my hardware wala, and he'll get it fixed in 24 hours.
Yeah, so that is, but that should improve. I don't know how.
So you can't afford to have anybody and everybody touch a Mac.
So. If the person doesn't know about Macs, don't hand your Mac to him, because they can seriously screw it up. Okay. So apart from that, that is for the average user. But if you're a developer, I would sort of hold back on the Macintoshes, okay? Because I know there are soft SDKs, SDEs, I'm sorry, that is software development environments for information, are not as mature as they are on Windows machines. So though they are available, they're nowhere near where Windows machines ka softwares are. And that's another thing, any software that is written for Windows first, and then if they have the time, they come to Macintosh.
Right.
So that's my take on it. Mac is good. Still, Mac is good for casual users, but for advanced users, a bit more is required. Plus, cost. Windows, Mac is a bit more.
I think the user interface and all that people keep talking about. Yes,
it's a beautiful machine.
Yeah, it is.
It's a beautiful machine.
No denying that.
It will make you feel better about yourself if you are using it. I don't know, that's a weird statement. But yeah, that's about it. This was a very brief summary of Mac versus Windows. For more information, the link will be available
somewhere right here.
Yeah. So check it out, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.